take my shine, shine, yeah. That's not all I got money come and go. You can't buy my soul, no. All my brothers down for me, this shit more than loyalty. You can't take that, wait, yeah. She gon' have to wait. I been in the studio and I ain't even changed, yeah. But she changed her clothes, want me needing those, put that shit away, yeah. Fight demons every day, trouble fill my mind every time I fucking wake, yeah. I don't need no diamonds for them to see me shining, boy you fucking fake, yeah. Save a million for myself, invest in my career, put my homies on a plane, yeah. Fuck you to your face, I can't waste my money on some shit that I can't take. With me, keep it feeling grown, don't compare me to the old me, cause everybody changed, yeah. Why your girl dancing naked, yeah. I ain't even fucking famous, yeah. But she ready know my name, yeah. But they ready know my name, yeah. Don't got much to take, she wanna vacate, take her to LA. Don't got much time, but shawty blow my mind, fuck it, I got all day. Gotta see me shine, yeah. So I'ma get this shit before I die, yeah. Gotta get this shit before I die, cause I got bros depending on my goals. Promise I put all of them in gold. They look at the chain like a trophy.
Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Yungcontent, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness and contentment. Is the music too loud? Hope you guys having a great day. Let's get some protocols done. The dojo is clean. I cleaned the dojo, aka the room. It didn't burn down. We're vibing out. We got Tigbo in the building. Lucky Shots. Jeffrey, what's up? We have the homie Dannyukes loaded up. Got a lot of information, a lot of alpha to leak. He's a guru inside the dojo. He's actually the first person that told me to start a dojo. So he's kind of like Master Splinter in a sense. So he's hanging, he's vibing, he's loaded up. How are you guys doing? What are you up to? We're gonna give the chat to just come in and come in and get themselves settled. Your boy had some honey frosted oats, so I just smashed that. Really don't eat nowadays because I'm always on open sea. The dead stock in the building. What a legend. Shout out to Deadstock, always giving you the grounding alpha. There's a lot of cap in the NFT world, so you gotta go to the real, not the cap. And Dannyukes is a real one. So without further ado, let's load him in. Let's teleport in. Let's go. Holy moly!
Whoa.
What up, dude?
Dude, I just teleported in, bro. It's wild. Shout out my boy Deadstock. I hear you shouting him out. What's good,
Dude,
homie?
it is wild in the building, bro. Let me there's music playing. I'm gonna pause it because I'm gonna get copywritten. I already know how it go. Let me pause that. How you doing, boss?
I'm chilling. It's a beautiful. I had to look at my phone to realize it was a Tuesday, but yeah, it's a good old Tuesday, and it's it's another day in paradise.
Did you get some grub?
Yeah, what I have today. So I had a bagel for breakfast earlier, and then I had a apple just before hopping on stream.
Because DJ breakfast, son. I see you.
Apple a day, yeah. So I'm chilling, just having a good time, and trying to. My main mission today is to get the word out on the Chibi Legends of War and Kingdoms NFT. It's a play to earn game that's going to be coming out on. Like for mobile in the next, coming months, or probably, 6 to 9 months is our timeline. So,
yeah.
But there's already exciting things to do now. And
before we get into that.
Yeah, before we get into that.
For sure. Before we get into that, Deadstock said we root for Danny for show. Someone said hello, Sensei. Jeffrey in the building. Dude, how's your growth been on? How's life? I know everything is scaled up 100x. Are you catching mints or? Are you still doing thing?
Okay, so this is where we're at right now. So as you guys know, like the two teams that I've worked with are the Chibi Legends team, which we're launching this coming Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then the other one is BYO Pills. And BYO Pills actually just announced that the two teams are going to be collaborating, and their Chibi is the first immediate team that Pills plan on collaborating with. So it's just really exciting, and for me, just to be the link. Like I'm the one that, you know, Pills came to me months ago and they were like, yo, do the thing. And, you know, we were able to sell out immediately. And, you know, it was a great big success. And obviously the floor was pretty low for a while, but I was able to load up and now it's upwards. I'm pretty sure it's still above 0.1, but I don't know. Not maybe I shouldn't be speculating floor prices, but I think we definitely have a ways to go, and there's definitely some good stuff coming in from the BYO Pills team, and as well as the Chibi team. So to answer the question,
what they got coming up on the BYO Pills? I never minted, just so people know. That's this man's prodigy project, and I think people love it. Even Ja Rule got one, I think, at a point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. So you know, they hit me up. It's actually my boy Peter. He's the one. Pretty much I'm not sure if it's his brainchild, but like they're the team, he and his guys. Peter, that's my dude. So shout out Peter. But pretty much right now what just happened was there's a snapshot of everyone that holds a pill, and so right now it's like a waiting period, and if anyone sells their pill, like the buyer won't be able to redeem what the snapshot was for, which is kind of a tricky little thing, but you know, it's pretty much buyer beware right now, and you know, sellers shouldn't really be selling, but I digress. So if you had it before the snapshot was taken, like you had your pill and the snapshot was taken, right now we're in the waiting period where in probably the next couple of days, because it was a week from the snapshot, and the snapshot was like on Friday or Saturday, I'm pretty sure. And so in the next couple of days, hopefully it's going to be, we can mint just for free for the cost of gas, which is, you know, not really free.
Ass.
But yeah, you know, absolutely terrible. We get to mint our mint passes. And then what we can do with that is one, redeem the character that the apostle character, which is the avatar that's coming out with the again for free, you know, with the BYO Pills. And beyond that, like I really can't say much because it's, you know, not I'm allowed to say a certain amount. Like I talked with Peter, but like even at this point, like post sellout, like I'm not an official member of the team, so to speak, but I am, like I have phone calls with them, like I'm directly affiliated, and I like to extend my affiliation, even though it's not like at this point a paid thing, but it's like it was in the past, and it's just like I support this brand very wholly, and I don't want to spill the beans on anything without their consent, really. And
don't you ever get like overwhelmed with the amount of projects that are hitting the market? I mean, you're good at finding alpha, right? So you've always been really good at like finding cool cats, alpha, and jazz.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that? But before you get to that, someone says, "Where is your channel? I can't see, bro." You can find him at Dannyukes. It's literally his name, his tag, Dan Verno.
Dan Verno. Yeah. Should I change it?
Yeah. Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Damn, why do I always say Dannyukes? I fucked up.
No, it's okay. It's okay, because that's, bro, I've done it in the past too, where people have been like, "What's your Twitter?" I'm like, "It's Dannyukes, bro. Look up Dannyukes," and then they're like, "Bro, that's not." And I'm like, "Oh, it's because it's Dan Verno." But yeah, I like to keep myself doxxed, do a bit culture.
Oh yeah, I put it in the chat though, just so they can see.
Nice.
So with these projects, I know like Creature, that's something I missed out on. You got, I don't know how you got that early alpha on that. How are you finding this stuff? Well, or are they just coming to you?
Creature is like, my boy Danny Cole, he even tweeted out, he's like, "Dan Verno changed my life." Because months ago, okay, so let's start from the beginning. In like 2019, when I was in New York City, I went to one of his art things, and I had been following him on Instagram for whatever reason, like, wherever you follow someone. And it just so happened I was in New York, and it was my first time in the city, and it was like, yo, like this is fire, let's go do this. And that event was just incredibly wild. Like, imagine the art of the creature world, like, but not exactly the creatures, but like, just if you go to his Instagram, you'll understand like what the art looks like. Imagine that all over the walls, like the walls were like pinstriped different colors, or not pinstriped, but like striped different colors. And then like there were like his art pieces were up, and there was a live band that played, and we all sat down and the lights were off, and he read us a story. Like, it was, dude, it was magical. It was like, dude, this guy is
That's
next level.
intentional as fuck.
Yeah, and at the time he was like 19, like, so, and he was like, he is also the creative director or artistic director, something along those lines, for Portugal the Man, the band. So that's the dude is the real deal. And so back a couple months ago, I messaged him, or he messaged me, whatever. I really don't even remember, but it was, we messaged each other, and it was like, yo, this NFT stuff is the real deal.
He asked you how to get involved?
Yo, you know what it was? Okay, so I was looking up artists that I knew, and then I saw on Twitter that his only Twitter activity, this was in like maybe February or March, the only Twitter activity on his Twitter beforehand was from September of 2020, and he had sold a piece for like 1.5 ETH, and that was like his debut piece. So I messaged that account, and I was like, yo, Danny, like, we met one time in New York, I went to the show, like, I'm super into NFTs, I'm having a lot of success, like, I would love to talk. And within like 2 days, he messaged back and was like, yo, let's get on the phone. And at the time I was like, oh my God, dude, Danny Cole's hitting me up. And so like, we got on the phone and we spoke, and he really valued what I had to say and was like really intrigued, and we talked for a couple weeks and months, and eventually started coming out with one-of-ones on super rare or whatever, and they sold for like 5, 8, 9 Ethereum or whatever. And at some point I had told him like, yo, actually, it was actually in the very first call where he was like, I want to get something out to the people in masses in a relatively cheap.
And you said
fashion.
Generative, right? That's what you said.
Yeah,
You're like,
well,
hey, let's get you a generative going.
That's the thing. This was back in like February or March during our first call. So that was before even apes. So, generative wasn't at the top of everyone's mind. It was more, utility, like ghosts.
Am I going to do 11111?
Exactly. Ghosts weren't even out. So it's, our very first conversation, it was more about just like, you can make art, like you could get on like Nifty Gateway or something, like that was big at the time. Like, you have the potential, and like, I want to see it. And that's when he was talking about, I want to get a lot of stuff out to people for a cheap cost. And like, that's kind of like, he was ahead of the curve on that then. Cause like generative stuff came out, but that was definitely our first conversation, like over the phone. And that was like, I definitely.
Bro, why didn't you tell me to mint him early, bro? You should have went into the dojo and been like, dude,
I told
Sensei,
everyone, bro. I was going on Twitter, but like, yeah. So when he hit me up like a month ago and he was like, yo, we're going to do this. It was like, yo, Danny Cole, my fucking dude, let's go. Like, let's do it. And so I knew it was going to be a hit because he's been around. He's established. Like, he's the real deal. Like, the things that are coming for the creatures, like, you can expect live events. Like, he hasn't.
You think he's an early Tom Sachs?
I don't know enough about Tom Sachs to say for sure, but what I will say is that he is an original Danny Cole. So he's one of a kind. I went to an experience of his, and I'm not gonna say it changed my life or anything, but it was one of those experiences where you walk away and you're like, that was something else. Like, I probably won't ever forget that. That's the type of level Danny Cole is on. And so that's why, like, I bought one this morning for 1.4. I think the floor is still down. I'll probably buy one later if it cracks. If it's 0.9 later, if it's 0.9, I'm definitely buying another one.
For sure.
Like, I have minimal ETH, and I'm just like, I believe in that project so wholly. So
before we get into the other projects, I love your passion. Got to get to the chat. Says someone said nine of need more likes. Yes, smash the likes. You got 21 watchers in here. I remember, guys, a month ago I had 4 people. Things are scaling like my homie's career here, Dannyukes. Someone said rooting for Danny. Alan Christopher Barcelona. Rat Attack. Hey Young, what's up, Mr. Ukes? Rats love chibis. Shout out to the Rats one time, bro. The Rats airdrop, that shit was fire, and I really enjoyed it. You know, listen to Danny's power rankings, bro. Like, he had him on the power rankings on like 5, and people should have listened. And then now Chiz is up.
Power rankings. I gotta put another one out. It's been too long. It's been like a month.
What happened to the power rankings, bro? We need another one. I'm thirsty.
This is what happened. I was doing them, and I found that it's like, okay, 1, this is a lot of work, and 2, it's like every time I start to write it, I tweet about it, and when I tweet about it, I cause a stir. It's happened like the last 3 or 4 times I've done it. It's been like, oh, like
what you mean a stir? Just Beanie is coming for you or something? Or?
No, Beanie has me blocked. I'm over all that. No, it's more like no, like at first the first one was Gutter Cat Gang. I was like, cool cats are better. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, kind of a rip off of Bored Apes, but ever since then it's like, no, that's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. Like, rip off is not the right word, but
yeah.
Gutter Cat Gang is solid.
Solid.
I definitely fuck.
Yeah, we're adapting. Don't hold grudges to my homie, man. He's a good kid. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and then the next week, the first week it was Bulls on the Block. I said they were greasy, and the people really took offense to that. They were like, the Bulls on the Block have a great community. How are you about to say that about the art? You're buying cool cats, like, and I'm like, yeah, no, Bulls on the Block are greasy. And since then, like, same thing. Like, I still have my bull, I have my bear. They're pretty cool, I guess. So, like, you know, that's all right. And then most recently, it was the Pudgy Penguins, but I don't bully them anymore. They had their time, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think they'll go rise back into glory? I think the attention span of people in NFTs are like a grape. People only don't make patient plays. Everyone is trying to flip. The Sensei's trying to get them right, but patience. If you want to believe in the shit, be patient with the thing. You know, offer value. Everyone's just switching, code switching, quick.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, and that's why, like, even I mean, you kind of have to, you want to play the game, right? Like, we all want to play the game. We want to mint something, and we want to see it 10x and then 100x and be like, oh, I was there, and, you know, I held all mine and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, the way to do that is to really commit to one thing, and that's what we're seeing a lack of. Like, I was on the phone with Danny Cole yesterday for like an hour and a half, and we were talking about just kind of like the mindset and the maturity level of the buyers right now is almost like decreasing. It may be because we have more new people coming in, but it's like for a little while there, everyone was seemingly making like decent plays. Like, I don't know, maybe that it's not fair to say everyone, obviously, but like for a little while there wasn't a drop every single day. You know, it was like, you know, camels came out, and then like a week later it was the aliens, or like, you know, a couple days later it was, but now it's like, you know, there's 10 drops, pick your poison, and they're all kind of trash, you know, and maybe one of them's the hidden gem. And it's like, that's not that fun, you know, that's not as fun anymore, because that's how, like, one, people get left holding bags, and that's never fun, obviously. But 2, it just kind of it scares away new entrants, because I can't tell you how many times my friends have hit me up and been like, yo, you see these crypto skulls? And it's like, bro, like, what are these? Like, no, this is a project that's 7 months old. Yeah. And the last one that sold was like 4 months ago.
The dev is slow. The dev there, Alex, is slow, bro. I invested in crypto skulls in 2019.
Oh, no. It wasn't even the real crypto skulls. It was some like just random OpenSea project.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm not dissing on some real project. I'm like talking about some like random like 100 skulls project, and it's like, bro, just like I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, save your money and like.
It's only gonna get worse, dude. It's only gonna
It
get
really
worse.
is.
It's only
It's
gonna
gonna
get
get
worse,
worse
bro.
before it gets better. And it's like, how are we gonna expect regular people, the normies as they call them, to integrate? You know, because like right now during the day, it's $80 or more to mint anything, or like to buy like the gas fee for anything is like above $80. And like even at like 2, 3, 4 a.m. Eastern time, I'm
It's
like
still
on
like
my
60
phone and
bucks.
it's like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, you know, and that's you know, what are we to do? And there was that Solana drop today. I missed it. I don't even care, dude. I'll
I don't
watch
even
Solana.
care either, bro. I'm
Yeah,
only waiting for Star Atlas, really.
nah, I'll watch Solana go up and not spend any of it. Like I would love to see Solana go to to like $2,000 or $1,000 because I have a bag of it. So it's like whatever. I won't spend it on NFTs because it's you
Yeah.
know just keep it wrapped up. And
There's a
then
question
maybe
here
one
that
day.
says, "How do you identify real projects versus trash projects?" And I think that's where we can segue back into chibis and all the other things they're involved with. How do you differentiate, my brother?
So in terms of like working with projects, I only work with the two like I mentioned, but I treat it like baseball where I take a lot of swings at random projects and like you know there's so many projects in my DMs and so many that like have random hype for no reason all of a sudden and it's like oh you kind of have to make a snap decision because there's 7,000 sold in like 10 minutes and it's like like what do I do? And dude, it's really hard. You know, it's really hard. You kind of have to
You gotta
it
you
really
gotta be a spy. It's like you gotta
yeah,
be a
you
spy
really
inside
do.
their
Like
Discord.
yeah, you have to be in the Discord. You have to it's more about investing in people. And that's why but even that like can be a slow burn play because like my boy Seb, Technology NF over at Roxels, like I think those are amazing and those are, you know, quick plug for him. Those he has the Roxel Alphas, which is 2,500 usable Roxel characters that like you can already use them in Somnium space or Somnium or whatever. And so that's like that's cool, you know, that but that doesn't have a huge market cap or anything yet. But I think in time people will see the value in that collection and Seb as a creator because he makes dope shit. Like
Yeah.
he really like his stuff is really cool. And so, you know, it's hard to even say just invest in the creator because that might be a long-term play. So when you want to find something that's going to be immediately popular, I can't tell you. Like I really can't tell you because like if you look at my track record, my biggest hits have been like Top Shot, which you know I was a little early on Top Shot. I started in December, and then it was Ghosts, Bored Ape. I hit a couple land slots in Sandbox, but that's nothing crazy. I had a couple of Axes early on, and now I have a really fat Axie guild. Like I have over 100 Axes.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know when it happened. I really don't. It just was all of a sudden I had like 35 scholars, and it was like, wait, three Axes per team at 35 scholars. That's a fuck ton of Axes. Punk's comic, yeah, I made some money off of, but I'm really sad that I sold those actually. But you know the vibes. Some losses along the way, but that's pretty like Cool Cats. I hit big on those tiny whale things or the weird whales. I don't know, like you like the moon dogs, like you just kind of. That's what I'm talking about. It's like baseball. If there's 3 projects in front of you, and you send 0.5 at one and it flops, 0.5 at the next one and it flops, and 0.5 at this one and it even 5x's, it covers the cost of the other 2, and there's profits. You know, so that's all I really look for. Even if it only 3x's. You know, that's still like if I can walk away with 1.5 when I invested 1.5, like that's not that bad. It's better than, and you know, those other bags, like they end up getting held. But what I end up doing now, because I have like 700 NFTs in my wallet and about like, you know, 500 of them probably are trash. I start putting them in bundles. Yeah. And I just sell them for like, if I have like 5, 6, 7, 8 NFTs in it, I'll sell it for like 0.03, 0.04, and people buy them. And it's like, you know, one man's trash may be another man's treasure, because those teams, for the most part, like, I don't think I'm buying trash when I buy it. Like, you know, I do a fair bit of research, and it's like, yeah, I could see this like being a real deal, but at the same time, you know, we buy a lot of promises, so it's more about how many of those promises are going to come true for people. And it's like,
Yeah.
if they do, then whoever I sold it to makes a, you know, pretty profit. If not, you know, they have 0.03 worth of fun, you know, NFTs to play with and learn about in their discords and make their own informed decisions.
The chat loves what you're saying. I wanted to chime in real quick. Everything Danny's saying is great. It's a dice roll, but there are these certain projects that we are invested in, we were early in, that you can see they come out with their own token, they're airdropping to their users. You gotta be patient. You can't have the mind of a grape. If you want something to rise, you have to bring value to the thing, you know? You got to engage with them, talk to the dev, use some of your talents with the team. That's how it's going to happen. I've seen that happen in Sewer Rats. I've seen that happen in Deadfellas. He's seen that happen in Ghosts. There's some diamonds in the rough here. There's 40 projects a day, but you really stay in touch with Danny's Twitter. Stay on the podcast. I just dropped the podcast, so we're going to be talking a bunch of cool stuff. I have to have you on, Danny, sometime. And you just trust the sources. Who are some sources that you trust? I trust your name. Maybe you could give people some trusted sources out there so they can like really get some alpha that are not shit posting.
Josh, I'm sure you guys know Josh. Beijing Dao or Beijing Do or however you know. Vivek, like Vivek is like the smartest motherfucker. Like when I meet that man, it's gonna be like, yo.
Vivek is cool.
Like I want to, like, are you talking to me telepathically, or like do we speak words, or like how do we do this? So yeah, that dude, he's a cool dude. You know, I the big creators aren't a bad, like I like following Klon. Like he puts out random one-off projects once in a while where it's like, you know, I like this art, or like, and then Ghosts does the same. My boy GY, you know, Gong Yang. He like, oh my god, like we go back, I feel like he, like that was beginning of May, like I was in his DMs like, yo, this shit's crazy. And then a couple of days later it was like, yo, can you help me, like,
who's the one Discord that I should drop in the Twitter chat they asked for?
Beijing, like definitely Josh.
How you spell, what's his Twitter handle?
Hold on, it's Beijing, like the city, and then DOU.
Yeah, just PM that to me, his Twitter handle, then I'll link it in the chat.
Yeah. Another one is Vivek, which is, hold on, his is also like Robbie something.
We out here fucking trying to help, bros. We're trying to help the bros win, bros. Josh Ong, that's the homie. Yeah, Josh Ong is cool. But I feel like, don't you feel like if you see his tweets too late, it's gonna be like too late to get into something, or there's a project called Mechaverse that I think is going to be really cool, and I think that's starting to flood the scene. Mechaverse.
I don't even know about it. This is what I'm talking about. I've been a little late these days. Not late, but like, I don't know. I'm not. I give it a time. It's weird. It's like I'm not just sitting at my computer all day, all the time anymore. Like when I had a full-time job, it was like, yeah, like I was sitting at this spot and I was on my laptop. Like it was literally NFTs all day. Like it was fun to do because I wasn't trying to work. But now it's like I don't have a job and I'm on Twitter all day, but like I'll be on my phone downstairs or my laptop downstairs. But it kind of, it's not as easy, I feel like because I'm not forced to be strapped in one spot. Like if I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna go over to the garden, or like I'm gonna, you know, take an hour and a half to eat lunch and watch TV, like,
hell
you
yeah,
know,
live your life, bro. I'm living mine. I'm about to go to Fiji.
Yeah, but that kind of takes you out of it a little bit, you know. So it's kind of, I don't know. So like, I don't know. Some of my plays have been like not the best lately, but I'm kind of consolidating into, like, I'm trying to consolidate into my blue chips. But like, I bought a bunch of creatures. I think I have like 9 of them or 8 of them right now. And, you know, obviously, like I said, a bunch of other stuff. And I don't know, dude, it's weird. Like, it's really kind of weird because, like, for me at least, like, and we'll segue back into Chibi Legends because that's where, that's where I'm kind of shifting my focus to, because like you can play the NFT game all day and flip stuff and, buy and sell and follow the trends and be in it. And it's so much fun. And believe me, it is fun. But at a certain point, you kind of get like a little burnt out of it. And I'm not saying I'm burnt out, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's like,
let's build
like
a fucking real life community with yurts
yeah,
and like
bro.
Burning Man, and let's
Yeah.
all hang out together and then fucking go viral on Twitter together as humans.
Yeah, but it's like beyond that, I mean, I don't know. Like at a certain point, it's like people right now are almost taking advantage of what NFTs are all about.
People don't talk
Like,
about that enough. Speak on that, young man.
so let me take a sip of water real quick.
Yeah,
My thoughts.
that's a water moment. Hey, yo, Justin, you're asking a lot of great questions. DeFi, gaming, that's going to give you the ultimate value. When DeFi NFTs come together and they pop off like your next theme, you just got to find the next one, all right? Come to the dojo, buy a poodle. Danny's in there. We have a cool little Discord. But so yeah, you were dropping a gem. You're about to drop a gem here.
Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. Like, right now, and this is like on a surface level pretty obvious, but at the same time it's like it definitely has a deeper meaning because like we're all doing it, like we're not, what I'm saying like it's getting taken advantage of, like on a base level, like people coming in and like doing like what the dead bones or whatever, or like like just rug pulls in general, like when people make, they walk away with $2 million and people are left bag holding, like that happens, and it happens and it sucks, and like it's probably happened to a good deal of us. But beyond that, like we're coming into the space and like primarily, why are we doing what we're doing? When I started, it was Axie Infinity. I thought, it was Axie Infinity. I thought was really cool, the idea of play to earn. And then I got into Top Shot, which was like, yo, this is like a new way of collecting. And like collecting isn't something that I was super adamant about when I was younger, but it was like, I don't know, like I had Pokemon cards, I had stuff, and if there was anything I collected, it was clothes. Like it was like one of one articles of clothing. And so I saw the value in, just NFTs in general when I found Axie and Top Shot. And it was like so much fun. And I didn't, I probably didn't sell my first Top Shot moment until like February or maybe like late January, because like I was just buying stuff at the time because I was like, I know this is gonna pop. I know this is gonna pop. And then it eventually popped, and it's like that's when the issue came in, because that's when we all got super greedy, right? People that were in it already saw their account value, which like I spent less than $3,000 my entire time on Top Shot of my own money. Like I would buy and sell stuff after the fact, because after it blew up, but before that it was like I saw my account value just steadily creeping up. It was like at first like $10,000 when Intangible Market, back in the day when Intangible came out, it was like $10,000, and then it was like, yo, it's at 16,000, it's about to crack 20, then like we're at 25,000, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, dude, it's at 50,000, like what's gonna happen? And there was a little small mini crash when it went back down to 25,000, but then mid-February cracked and went up to 200, like $250,000. And that's where we got greedy, because it's like, one, I should have sold everything probably on the way up to $250,000, and two, like people coming into the space were coming in and doing it because it's like, yo, these people are making money. And that's what it's all about for so many people, is just making money. People are coming into the space and they're like, not to bash on Pudgy Penguins, because like I've moved on and like I, respect the team or whatever and everything, but
preach. Everyone says preach.
Like people hear about an opportunity to make a 10x, like we were talking about earlier, and we all do it. Like we're all looking for opportunities where we can make a lot of money in a short amount of time, where we can put in 0.1 and walk out with 1. That's the big idea for probably 80% plus of the people in community, and that's being probably liberal. Like it's probably more realistically like 90 to 95% of the community is like actively embracing in that kind of behavior. And it's like I fall victim to it too. Like it's because it's fun to do, right? It's like back in the day when Top Shot packs dropped, it was much more exciting, and like that's how it feels every time there's a launch now. And the more excited you are for the launch, the more excited everyone else is. And that's when like people are excited for different reasons. Like for me, for the Creature World drop, for instance, like I was excited about that because it's Danny Cole. Like that's my dude. Like I know the artist, like I pretty much inspired him to do this project. Like if I'm going to buy them, I'm going to buy them and not look back. And it's, you know, I ended up spending 5 ETH on a bundle of 10 of them. And so like, and you know, I wasn't able to mint, which is stupid because I could have spent the gas and it would have been like 3.5. And
before you get to that point, I wanted to say, in the Parallel Discord, I was early in Parallel, and I just noticed a lot of people getting greedy. When is Prime Proposal? When does it come out? We're not gonna make it Prime. And the devs came in and then said, guys, what happened to liking the cards? What happened to just liking the art, the cards? You know what I mean? It's sometimes you just gotta be grounded. We got too greedy. You guys are greedy as fuck, and you guys need to chill. Even the Sensei, it gets greedy sometimes.
We all
too.
gotta chill. We really do. We all like, cause it's, you know, that's not what is good for the space. That is not the overarching picture. Like the bigger picture isn't to make money, you know, in my opinion at least. And that's why it's like, you know, I very often just give shit away. Like I gave 2 creatures away for no reason to my friends, like yesterday when the floor was.
You've always
like
been giving away shit.
Yeah, and it's just because it's like, if you have it, give it away. You know, like it's like why what difference in my life does it make right now that I don't have that? Whereas in their life it makes probably a huge difference. You know, like that's what's a big deal to me. You know, that's why like I don't know. I gotta figure out a way to like better do this. Like,
that's why I was watching this documentary about fungi, and
dude, the one on Netflix.
Yeah, and mycelium.
Bro, that shit made me cry.
It made me cry too, and how
made me cry.
All the roots underneath the trees, you know, ceiling underneath the soil are all just connected and talking to each other and trying to build this better world. You know, a better communication. So I think that's what we're missing in NFTs is that mycelium, where we're all just connected and just trying to see each other win, just creating a whole nother fucking egalitarian type of energy out there.
Yeah, dude, that's just fun. Yeah, like it's crazy because there's always going to be people that are trying to like beat the system or take advantage of people, and just like they don't have a second thought about it. And like those people work their way into like our space and essentially like just kind of blend in, you know, like people do shady shit all the time and they just don't get caught, you know, and that's like,
and the good voices don't get highlighted.
Yeah, and then when it does happen, it's like, oh, like I'm asking for forgiveness, but it's like you shouldn't have to ask for forgiveness. You shouldn't do. I don't even know. Like I'm not even talking about anyone specifically, but that's what happens. You know, that's what ends up happening is people come in and take advantage of people that are trying to work and build, and you know, actually make something like. Because in my opinion, like the bigger picture is like when everyone is in on it. Like, because I think everyone, like, it's just, to me it's a big game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and that may be a little fucked up, but at this point, like, I've played it long enough and I've always thought of this. Like, I thought of Top Shot as a game. I think of this as a game because it feels like a game. Like, it feels like when I'm on OpenSea and I'm browsing stuff and I'm on Twitter and it's like, you know, I'm communicating with people and I'm having fun, I'm laughing, I'm in spaces, like we're all chatting, and, you know, even like Discord, like we're talking about stuff and it's like, yo, you guys see this project? And people are like, oh yeah, it's pretty dope. Like, yo,
can I play a sound effect to that? You just said that? You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't blow your ears. Can I play a sound effect to that? You just said that? You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro, I just literally echoed. Dumbass. Here we go. Yo, it really is. Everything is a game. Everything is a game.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just like, and the thing is, we're not even actually playing games at this point. Like besides Axie, like none of the, like I said earlier, we're buying promises. Like and this is what I tell every team that ever hits me up. It's like, what am I buying up front? Am I just buying a JPEG up front? Because for me lately, that is not enough. That is simply not enough anymore. And like, even if there's like, oh, we have the Discord community and the roadmap.
God, we got a
blah,
virtual
blah, blah.
roadmap. It's an AR.
Yeah, it's like, bro, do you like, I don't even know. And it sucks because like, it comes back to, I buy a lot of shitty projects because it's like, you know, I see this 10xing, like, why not? Let's give it a shot. Let me buy, you know, 0.3, 0.5's worth. And then it's just like, all right, well now I have this bag that's fucking useless. Let me try to sell it for maybe 0.1. But I hold a decent amount of stuff. Like I am a bag holder. Like I try not to sell stuff like, you know, I definitely not minutes or hours after buying it, but like, you know, if it's been a couple of days and it's like, damn, dude, this project like is not doing anything, I'll probably just hold it if I don't interrogate the Discord or anything. And
for sure, you made some you made great points there. We have 10 minutes left, so I want to give you this chibi floor.
Yeah, let's talk chibis.
Because there's people in the chat that said they're grateful to you that you got them in the creature. So shout out to those people in the chat. They really are grateful that you got them in that. But I want you to talk about chibis, and I know you're really passionate about that. You're working on that team. So what can we expect? And then maybe we'll do some inner sensei shit.
Yeah, yoga. Dude. You know what might be really cool? Can you share your screen with people?
It's gonna be tough.
No, it's gonna be tough. All right, then don't worry about it. I'm gonna send you a link though that you can get out to people because this is really cool. So to start, because chibis is kind of a lot to go into it, but essentially it is a generative project. There's 5,555 of them. They're coming out this Friday, which is September 3rd. They're going to be 0.055 a piece. And the big highlight of this is that the creator, my guy Ted, he is a veteran from the mobile gaming industry. So he's worked with teams like Zynga, which is, you know, if you've ever played iOS apps, like Zynga is a pretty prominent one, and they also do web apps, obviously, but you know, Zynga and a couple other, you know, smaller teams, but, you know, he landed at Zynga and that's where he's been. And, you know, he has formed a team that he is, you know, pretty proud of. And it's all people from, you know, the mobile gaming space and also the general esports space. So kind of a nice blend in terms of like artists and different, you know, people on board. In fact, the artist is a 7-year vet for a, either a video game team or something, you know, something along those lines. But she's, you know, pretty impressive, and all the art comes from her.
The rats just told me chibis will be in the Chiz store. That's cool. No gas.
Yeah,
that's
that is
dope.
a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned that they're doing collabs, but I'm pasting the story. So what's cool about the chibis is the long-term plan is that it's going to be a play-to-earn game. Right. So, you know, having the chibis, essentially how it's going to work is you send your chibis out to battle and it's an auto battler and they can come back with more troops. And so what we're thinking is that this initial sale is essentially going to be pretty much your token into the game for the long run. So if you have one of these chibis, like, the plan most likely is that we're going to come out on Polygon, but these chibis are going to be sold on Ethereum. And then essentially, like, whether we bridge them over and they're directly like we just mint them as Polygon NFTs, or if they go on to represent something else in the future, that's, you know, kind of to be determined, but that's kind of essentially your key into the game, you know. And so at the beginning, what it's going to be is, if you see what I just linked to you, if you want to, I linked it to you on Twitter. If you want to send it to people in the chat so they can play for themselves.
For sure. I posted this in the chat.
Yeah, it's a really cool, just kind of interactive story type game. and these are going to be coming out as development goes along, because right now we have base development going on, but we still need to hire like a story writer and a basic, like, you know, whatever. I'm sorry, my boy, I'm like trying to read through some of my boy Ted's messages at the same time, but essentially, like, yeah, dude, it's going to be a really good one. I definitely think that this team stands out from other teams that contact me in general, just because, you know, there's like a good 5-6 members on the team. They're all professionals. They come from the industry, and they all come from the same mindset where it's like, you know, we've been building these games for so long, and it's been so clear and obvious to us that gamers are essentially not being taken advantage of, but being milked dry essentially of their money. They're spending all of their money on this and seeing no return. And like, if that's something you realize since like 2012, it's like, now that it's, you know, 8-9 years later, it's like, all right, we finally have the technology to act on it. And, you know, it's not going to be the big guys that do it. It's not going to be the AAA players. It's not going to be the Call of Duties, and it might be Fortnite. We can give it to Epic. Like, they're investing like $1 billion into building out a metaverse or trying to build funding or whatever. But so that it might be Fortnite, but even that's going to take a while. So in the meantime, like, it's going to be these small indie teams that are going to lead the charge. And I'm really confident in this team in particular, because it's like I've seen Ted's resume, and like he's been on some good teams and like done different things and worked around solid people, and that's, you know, that's good stuff. You know, that's what it's all about, really. And so in terms of the long-term kind of roadmap of it, we do have a white paper, which, dude, I don't have it offhand right now, but I can link it.
Just let them know where the Twitter's at, so then they can just do their research.
The Twitter is at Chibi NFT. So it's at Chibi NFT. I also left my notes downstairs, so I feel like an idiot because I literally had everything I wanted to say written out, and then now it's like, but whatever. But yeah, it's we're growing pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. We've already given away a couple things. I'm giving out a pill. I forgot about that, actually. I need to announce the winner soon. But it's a lot of fun. The pill is officially announced.
So if you have a pill, you get a chibi?
I think no, so that's not the case. So if the pills and the chibis are going to collab, so essentially, if you think about it like this, like in the future, in some way in the game, if you have a chibi, like if you're playing with the chibi and you have a pill, like the pill will have some kind of effect in game, whereas if you didn't have a pill, it wouldn't happen, or, you know, vice versa, like something. And I don't want to say too much, but pills are working on something, you know, pills are, you know, working on kind of some big things, and perhaps owning a chibi will mean something in, you know, that
the
realm.
pill metaverse.
Yeah,
for
bro,
sure, dude.
Don't say it too loud, but yeah, you know, your words, not mine.
Dude, I really appreciate you coming on. I haven't seen you in a month. Thanks for always sharing the NFT Yungcontent toys. I really appreciate that all the time. I really appreciate your heart in the space. Out of all those people you mentioned, bro, I'm only following you and a couple, and I'm content with that, because I don't like overwhelming myself. And there's a lot of people on the earth, but I think with your voice, you can touch them all. What you got planned for the rest of this weekend, man? This
weekend, bro.
The week.
You're good. So let's see. I have actually, I'm going on another show at 4, I'm pretty sure. And then, I don't know. Not sure. I think there might be a Twitter Spaces tonight at 7.
Damn, you're busy.
Yeah, let me actually promo that real quick, because that's a really exciting one we've been looking forward to. So that is tonight with Investorly. It's going to be me, Michael Rippey, and Danny Bop. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. And let me just send you. I'm gonna try to send over a link. I don't know where. I don't think you sent me a link to it, but it's all good. Like, just I'll be look at my Twitter name at 7:00 and join the space.
At Dan
much.
Verno. You know the drill, bro. At the end of the show, we always have you channeling your inner sensei. I need you to channel your inner sensei. I know you're a Taoist. I know you meditate. I know you hug trees. I've seen your documentary. I need you to channel your inner sensei and talk to your audience. You have a lot of people in here, 30 people. We crossed 100 messages, so you have the floor, and then we're going to teleport out of here.
Just keep doing it. It's just, sometimes it's harder than others. Sometimes you wake up and it's like, damn, like I really missed an opportunity. Or you wake up and you're just feeling like, when's it my turn? When am I gonna hit? When am I gonna get? And the biggest thing I think I can tell people is that once you stop seeking it, it'll come to you. We all take so many shots, like with these minting, when like things are selling and they're about to sell out, and like we want to take a shot on it, and it's just like sometimes patience is the name of the game. Sometimes you don't need to go all in on something, or even partially in on something, or in at all. Like I don't know, maybe I'm being a little silly, but I think sometimes maybe my final word is to just take a breath. Sometimes
for sure.
Yeah, that's
I gotta do those for 2 times. Bro, I need you to mute your mic. I'm gonna go solo screen to do the sponsor message, but I love you, bro. I'll see you in the metaverse. Stay well, stay healthy, stay content. Love you, Danny.
Love you too, bro.
Guys, that was epic. Let's get the music rolling. I have to do a Markrolian chat for Parallel at 3:00. So I take that shit very seriously. Danny's an awesome human. At Dan Verno, VERNO. Follow him at Dan Verno. I'm gonna get a soundboard, and then all the stuff will come up organically. But yeah, guys, shout out to our sponsor, Focus NFT, Focus Labs. They empower creative. They're a venture capital firm that powers creatives like myself to do stuff in the NFT world. So follow Focus Labs, FCS Labs. They are venture capitalists making plays all over the NFT space. Follow the money. They're dope. Guys, what else can I say? I have a show at 6:00 with Nifty Island. They're building a metaverse for all the different PFP projects. I'm gonna dive into what Charles is talking about. Nifty Island looks really cool. Hopefully it's not just another metaverse. They're on the show for a reason. But yeah, right in here. Oh yeah, his Twitter. Let me get his Twitter real quick. Danny. Hold on, I'll link it in here so then you guys can hit him with a smash the follow for him for sure. Booyah. All right, homies. I love y'all. Shout out to our sponsor, Focus Labs. Thanks for the actual sub right there, Henry Tran. I'm happy that creatures change your life. I was reading the chat. Y'all take it easy. Live the dream. Eat ice cream. And above all, stay content. Peace.
You try and put me 10 feet down, but I still don't feel anything. 'Cause I'm my only enemy. Yeah, my fuck. Time's up. He the new school Nirvana. Hey, I'm a rock star. Turn my idols into rivals. Messiah, why you don't rap no more? I made the shit that'll heal your soul. They made the shit for the cash to go. I got a passion for it. Fuck is you asking for? Music is all I know. Rappers, they got to remind me of plastic, the way they recycle flows. I make the art that they need. I light a spark when I breathe. Peace getting harder to reach. Shoot getting harder to seek. Nowadays, nobody read. Mind getting weak. Yo, hey, I might lose my grip. Thing might make me flip. I might lose my shit. Lost my mom last year. Hurt get hard to feel. Unless they try to kill. I'm not afraid of hell. Burn blunts with a fire though. Hell feel like planet Earth. Show lit, my crowd surf. Hold me up, but let me fall first. I ain't in it for the clout thirst. Wonder when my fucking route turns. Good people wanna see me burn. When these boys about to fucking learn. Do you what I got, yeah. I don't got a lot. You can't take my spot. You won't take my shine, yeah. And now all I got. Money come and go. You can't buy my